my brother, y'all. He don't know how to act. We celebrate his birthday this weekend. He don't know how to act. Anyway, soon as we go in this store, I get back. Y'all, this my weekend in Atlanta. Look what I see. Look here. And then I turn around. Look at it. It's sad, y'all.
You're on Auburn Avenue.
I'm on Auburn Avenue with my brother. Lord, I feel sorry for her. Look at her. She on crack. She about to fall.
Don't come over here.
I ain't got no money. Y'all read this man's story.
Yeah, look at we have some folded. We have the bigger size that's folded up here.
Y'all read it. Anyway, he's on Auburn Avenue. Come down here and check him out. This is his.
These are $10.
Wow.
Where we from?
I'm gonna support it.
Okay, welcome. She did get that. She is from local West Chicago. All right, okay.
Got good homemade ice cream. Real nice fella. He's struggling. I'm gonna see can I get a word from him. I'm gonna ask him. Trying not to get nobody on camera. I'm gonna ask him see can I get a word for him. But if not, come and support Auburn Avenue. Atlanta, Georgia.
Her dad found the reunion. It's in Smyrna.
Oh, okay. Y'all stay down in Travel.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get Mr. Ben, Bigmouthben on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta. I'm gonna get him to tell y'all his story, how he became successful.
All right. Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin Bigmouthben Graham, and in a second I'll tell you how I got the name Bigmouthben. Right here we have our journey wall. My life started out as an ambitious kid. I went to school, made honor roll, really wanted to be successful in life, but as time went on, I went to school, went off to college, University of Georgia, by the way, is where I met my college sweetheart, Tennille. We're married today. But in school, I started to make some mistakes, drinking heavy, I didn't know I was dealing with some childhood traumas that I hadn't resolved. So what I was doing was medicating. I had an addictive personality. So as a result, I quit school about 4 quarters shy of a degree, came back to Atlanta. I had a music out, I had a song out, I opened up for De La Soul, so I said I'm about to blow up as a rapper, I'm quitting school. So I quit school, came back to Atlanta, didn't make it. Went back to work. I was always an entrepreneur, always hustling, always working hard. So eventually I started a business, and it was you were ordering things through the mail. This was before the internet. There was no internet, so people were buying products through the mail. I had a singles membership, and it took off. It went well. I moved out to the wealthy part of Atlanta, Buckhead, got me a condo, and I was riding high. And all of a sudden it came out with this thing called the internet. So I didn't take my company online. I thought it was just a fad. Didn't know anything about it, and as a result I started to go out of business. So then I made another bad mistake. I was still doing music with a guy that I knew that was heavy in the drug trade. So I came up with a bright idea. I said, I don't want to lose my wealthy lifestyle. Let me learn how to sell drugs. As a result of that mistake, I got busted 3 months later, but that wasn't the worst sentence. The worst sentence was I took my first hit of crack cocaine a year later, and it hit me like a brick. As I told you before about trying to cover my childhood traumas by drinking excessively or working extra hard, I took my first hit of crack, and it hit me like a brick. My drug habit escalated to $18,000 a month. $18,000 a month smoking crack.
Wow.
I went from 200 pounds to 130 pounds. Finally, I definitely couldn't sell the drugs anymore because I was strung out on them. I started wandering the streets. My mom found me. She saw me. She cried. The last time my mom had seen me I had on this suit and tie. I was a successful businessman. A year and a half later when she saw me, I was just strung out, crack addict. So she just cried. She put me in the car, took me home, and that was the beginning of a 17-year drug addiction. Now even during that drug addiction, I would get clean for a minute and go back out. That would continue for 17 years. At one point I couldn't even work a regular job. I worked on the back of a garbage truck through a day labor. And one day while that truck was backing back while I was on the back, they bagged me into a dump truck and crushed my pelvis.
Wow.
That injury put me in a wheelchair. The only thing connecting the top and bottom was my spinal cord. They had to put a bar across my back to stabilize my legs. Now I healed from that wheelchair a year later, and I took that same wheelchair and I put a cooler in that wheelchair, I put chips on top of that wheelchair, and started pushing it around downtown Atlanta selling snacks. I came up with the name Bigmouthben because I wanted to advertise. I said, I'm walking around all day, let me make some money advertising for people. So my motto, or my slogan was, Bigmouthben, if you want to sell it, let me tell it. So people started putting flyers on my wheelchair. I was making a few dollars every week with that. And then addiction knocked on the door again. And this time I answered. And this time addiction took me back to my bottom. Right here, sleeping under the bridge, 3 blocks from this store. So finally, after a few years under that bridge, I had a spiritual awakening, which is really just a conversation with God. I said, God, it's got to be more to life than this. And it was like God sat down beside me. God said, it is. He said, I promise to love you wherever you want to be. If you want to be under this bridge getting high, I'll love you. If you want to go to prison, I'll love you there. But it's up to you where you want to be loved. And as soon as he said that, I felt this lift in my spirit, and I started thinking, what would life be like if I was to move forward without indulging anymore? And I was forced to go through a program, but by that time I was ready. Started moving forward. A year later, I created this bike to sell my snacks on. I made the bike yellow to represent the sunshine. The yellow, I discovered my purpose, that I can stay off drugs, and I can encourage other people to pursue their dreams. So not only was I getting off drugs, I was starting to live my dreams. And at that point, I wanted other people in the world to do the same. So I brand myself today as a motivational entertainer. I put out positive hip hop. I go and I speak in schools, treatment centers, churches, wherever I can share my story to get the word out to inspire people. That is my purpose. That's my calling. So thank y'all for coming in. I'm Benjamin Bigmouthben Graham.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Y'all, you hear he's here in Atlanta, and I'll make sure I put his store name in the description box and right across. You got a card?
Yeah,
you got a business card. He gonna give you a business card. You can check him out. Motivational speaker, and came from nothing. We can do it, y'all. We can do it. Let's support him. I do know this ice cream I bought on a sugar cone is good. Let's support him, y'all. Let's get out. Let's support our black businesses. And I'm a firm believer in supporting them. So let's get out here, get to Atlanta, Georgia, on Auburn Avenue, and look for him. Okay. All right. I so thank you. If I don't pay, she gon' leave me never.